Everyone wants to go on a Pokemon journey, but have you ever thought, could I actually survive one? No? Well, me neither, but let's find out. This is how you survive a Pokemon journey, and is essentially the Oregon Trail meets Pokemon. Not a crossover I ever realized I needed, but okay, let's go. My goal is simple. Make it to the first gym. This may sound easy on paper, but let me promise you, it's not. Because we have to contend with the biggest issue of all in the Pokemon world. Forget Team Rocket, forget Team Magma, Team Flare. The real issue facing the Pokemon world is capitalism. You'll see. We begin by choosing what kind of trainer we are. Obviously, if I'm presented with the choice of a bug catcher, I have to go with it. Then we have to pick a trait. Athletic, okay, makes sense. Big Eater, yeah, I see it. And low thirst. I have no idea what this means, but I need to be it. This is Steve, the low thirst bug catcher. I give him a day before he dies. As Steve enters the Pokemon world, Nurse Joy gives us a choice of 3 starters. Sobble, Scorbunny, and Trico. Slight odd one out here, but okay. I choose Scorbunny because I'm a football fan and England is my city. Now, if we're going to survive a Pokemon journey, we need supplies. So it's off to the shop we go, and we're immediately faced with a problem. A single water bottle costs $5,000 fucking dollars. What is this economy? I can get one online for £1.59. Food supply, whatever that is, also costs $2,000. So it's fair to say we leave the shop pretty light on stuff. Obviously, the most logical thing to do with very little in the way of food and water is to go on a multi-day trek to the nearest town. Why these towns are so far apart, I don't know. I can get to my nearest town in 10 minutes, but that's besides the point. And we're off. Immediately we catch a wild Blipbug and we get to watch Steve walk. And walk he does. Look at him go. This is the main gameplay of the game. You watch your character go and hope to fuck you somehow bought enough supplies to last. Occasionally fighting the odd wild Pokemon. On day 2, Steve gets sick and we run out of water. And we still have 30 fucking kilometers to go. Awesome. Whilst we sleep, a thief steals our stuff, so we hunt him down and beat him in an alleyway. If we're going to be out in the wild this long, we may as well assert some dominance and prove ourselves as the king of the wild. Or whatever. On day 4, it rains, and after 2 days of dehydration, Steve finally gets some water again. He's still sick, and because a raincoat costs $10,000, he's only gonna get sicker. Didn't realize this game would start trying to take shots at American healthcare, but here we are. At one point, Steve gets cholera. Nice. After a 5-day trek, we finally reach Star Whale Town. Here we meet the region's professor, who is literally just Humpty Dumpty from Puss in Boots. He introduces us to his daughter, Relly, who he obviously hates because he tells her to go out and die in the wild with us. A new companion means we need to buy more supplies, and luckily, Relly gives us her entire life savings, but it's still not enough to buy a single fucking raincoat. Off to Bard Town we go, and Steve is already sick. Great start. We start encountering the odd trainer out in the wild, who I imagine are all just stranded children and are unfortunately probably dying of starvation. I give them supplies, but again, they cost $2,000. Day 8 and we're out of water again. Relly's also sick. Everything's just going fine and dandy. Well, it was, until we got so incredibly sick and close to death that we had to be rescued and taken back to Star Whale Town. What the fuck? You'd think at this point that Relly's dad would realize the horrible decision he made and go and bring his beloved daughter back into his care, and not in the hands of a bug catcher who in the span of a week has caught cholera, not drank for 5 of those days, and had to be rescued by the authorities. But nah, he reckons this is the life for her. Well, time to get us both killed then. Attempt 2 goes a lot better, until we reach a very scary point. We're 37 kilometers away from Bard Town, and well, let me set the scene. We're absolutely fucked. Both Steve and Relly are deathly ill, we have no food, no water, and I mean, this can only go well. Let's just say we don't quite make it. At this point, over the course of 2 separate long attempts to get to the next town, we are slightly broke. Nelly spent her entire life savings, I already spent mine on a fucking water bottle, and we're now completely out of food and have no money to buy anymore. Our only bet is to attempt another trek and hope to Christ that we find some food on the way. Do I like our odds? Here we go then, our final attempt. Either we get to Bard Town or die trying. And they're off. Steve and Relly, best friends, only 100 fucking kilometers away from safety. Both of them are dying of many, many illnesses, and in terms of food, well, they don't have any. 4,000 milliliters of water though, so I reckon they'll be fine. Yeah, okay, it doesn't end very well. And well, that's that. With no money and no food, I'm left stranded in Star Whale Town, slowly wanting to die. So yeah, I could not survive a Pokemon journey. I can officially go back in time and tell my 10-year-old self to go fuck himself and start saving up for a single water bottle. Thanks, capitalism.